Second largest jackpot in Mega Millions history has bidders guessing ticket numbers and guessing the odds. After weeks of no winners, there is a 1 out of over 302 million chance of winning this $1.35 billion jackpot, according to statistics professor Nicholas Kapoor. He knows this well as a 2016 Powerball winner himself.
I brought the ticket into my statistics class, as I usually did every semester, to show them how improbable it is to win, and then ended up winning $100,000 on the Powerball.
You have experienced the thrill of a win, but why is it that we have gone weeks with no winner?
There's been changes in the lottery. There's a larger number of numbers that they're choosing from. So that made smaller amounts easier to win, but the jackpot harder to win.
Americans spent over $105 billion on lottery tickets in 2021, according to financial tech company SmartAsset. 45 states and Washington, D.C. offer lotteries, while 5 states don't sell lottery tickets at all. An estimated 60% of the gross revenue from state lotteries goes straight to winners. States keep the remaining cash, according to the Tax Foundation.
Our first winning number tonight is 15. That's followed by...
Some of the most common spending categories, according to the North American Association of State and Provincial Lotteries, are education in 27 states, a state general fund in 13 states and Washington, D.C., and gambling addiction programs in 9 states. In a statement to NBC, Mega Millions said, quote, half of Mega Millions ticket sales fund the game's prizes. Of the other half, approximately 11% cover retailer commissions and operations, with another 39% of sales going to the good causes each lottery supports. But there are questions about who the lottery industry is targeting. A 2022 analysis by the Howard Center for Investigative Journalism finding that high-income neighborhoods are less likely to have lottery retailers, while neighborhoods with Black and Latinx populations have more lottery retailers. The report arguing the lottery system is, quote, driving a multi-billion-dollar wealth transfer from low-income U.S. communities.
Very easily, people can, slip into not so great financial areas when they're playing the lottery too much.
While the odds may not be in your favor, Kapoor says he still plays the $1 million game.
Zinhle Essamuah joins me now. And I think it's fair to acknowledge, and we have to, right? Like, if you bought a ticket, anybody out there watching us who bought a ticket, you are almost certainly not going to win. I can say that to you, and I will be right. Because the odds that's the odds here. There are a lot more losers than winners.
Yeah, Hallie, I mean, that's the fact. The professor pointed it out, right? There's a 1 out of over 302 million chance of winning, so slim odds. And we asked Mega Millions about the research and those allegations that lotteries tend to target communities of color or low-income communities. And a representative from Ohio Lottery Commission told us, in part in a statement, that people of all walks of life play the lottery, and pointed out that convenience stores are one of the largest retailers, and they don't have control over exactly where those stores are located. Now, Hallie, bottom line, and a key through line in my report as well, is that if you do choose to play, you want to play responsibly. Hallie.
That is for sure. Zinhle Essamuah, we'll see if we get a winner. Wake up tomorrow, find out.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.